Welcome, baseball fans, to this edition of State of MLB. Today, we'll be taking a look at Game 4 of the World Series. What happened, where does this leave us, and what to look forward to in the remainder of the series. Well, so far, this whole World Series has been about the road team, which is quite unprecedented. No World Series has been decided entirely on the road team. But so far, Washington's taken 2 in Houston, and now Houston has returned the favor and tied it up by taking 2 in Washington. I remember when I was doing World Series predictions, I predicted it was going to be a split in Houston, and that Washington was going to take 2 out of 3 in Washington. So much for my predictions. But we do have an exciting series, and it's been anything but predictable. The series is now tied 2-2, and I remember after when I was doing the review of Game 3, I was talking about the next game being Urquidy versus Corbin, and how you got an established starter that the Washington Nationals outbid the Yankees to bring him from Arizona, and giving Urquidy a hard time because he's a relief pitcher. His performance in this game was anything but a relief pitcher. And having been the 3rd Mexican to ever start a World Series game in the history of MLB, hats off to you, Urquidy. Hats off, Jose. You did a phenomenal job. Well done. Tip my hat to you. You impressed everybody. Congratulations. Wonderful work. You went 5 innings, 0 earned run average, 0 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. 4 strikeouts matches the entire bullpen, who go 4 innings, 1 earned run, and 4 strikeouts. Phenomenal job. Jose shines. Fantastic work. On the flip side, an established starter that Washington targeted and put money and time and everything out to bring him into town. Patrick Corbin goes 96 pitches, 6 earned runs, 5.14 ERA, gives up 4 earned runs, and 5 strikeouts. Now to boot, Rodney and Rainey go .2 innings, give up the same number, 4 earned runs, and 0 strikeouts. Finally, we get some bullpen pitchers who can actually shut it down, albeit at this point it's kind of too late. With Ciro and Guerra going 2.1 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts, but by that point the damage is already done. Now, Bregman and Gurriel open up the scoring with straight up small ball, the same knack that Washington was beating up the Astros with in Game 1 and Game 2. They both get singles to drive in runs. They go 1-0 and 2-0, respectfully. And then we see an opportunity for Corbin to shut the door and keep it tight and give the offense to rebound in the 4th, when Trinos, the catcher, hit with a man on a 2-run bomb to break it up into 4-0. Now, in this situation, if your offense has no hope of scoring anymore, it's game over, lights out. And by what he predicted at this point in time, based upon the way the offense was just not there, the way the pitching was getting the critical clutch outs and closing the door, even with runners on, that it was pretty much a game over. I said you never know what will happen. And the 6th inning, Soto gets a ground out run in on his ground out, brings it to 1-4. I said, okay, offense is now showing up here. How is Houston going to respond? Are they going to fold, or are they going to buckle down and close this puppy out, because they sure as heck can't afford to go down 3-1 in this series. But tying the series up makes it a whole new ball game for everybody. Well, this is where Bregman has a grand night. In the 7th inning, bases loaded, grand slam, bomb to the left field, right inside the foul pole there. Boom, 8-1 Astros, lock, seal, done. It doesn't even matter that the last 2 pitchers are lights out. You've got no offense. Look at this. After the Soto ground out run in, you've got 5 pitchers combining for 4 innings, and that one run aside, they're lights out. 1 run over 4 innings, phenomenal job. Granted, they drained the bullpen for a second night in a row. Why'd they do this? 1, to seal the deal on the win. You gotta win today and worry about tomorrow. On the flip side, you've now also reset your rotation. You've got Cole coming back in Game 5 on normal rest, Verlander Game 6 normal rest, and if needed, Greinke on normal rest in Game 7 in home field Houston. With that, you know that Cole and Verlander can give you depth and reset your bullpen. They've shown it time and time again. You're banking on that as Hinch. On the flip side here, Corbin was anything but stellar in this game, unfortunately, for the Nationals. And they went from a huge opportunity to potentially close out the World Series in Nationals Park, get a home win, and set the stage up to close out the series, to now is a tie score, and you've got a rematch of Cole versus Scherzer. Now, I had predicted when the World Series began that Cole and Verlander were going to kind of split their starts, lose 1, win 1. Well, they both lost the first starts. That sets you up for winning the second start. And with the road team winning every game of the series, I see absolutely no reason to expect that Cole would not have a rebound game and split the starts and take Game 5, sending it back to Houston up 3-2. At the same time, Scherzer might have something to say about that. He was nothing but stellar in his starts against St. Louis, in his starts against Cole in Game 1. Maybe a little bit questionable in the division series, but fundamentally, he's a workhorse, he's a phenomenal pitcher, and he is the kind of starter that between Strasburg, Scherzer, and Sanchez and Corbin, if you have 2 pitchers you want most against the tandem of Cole and Verlander, Scherzer and Strasburg are your guys, and that's who you got here. Game 5 is going to be Cole versus Scherzer, and then you're going to have rematches Game 2 and Game 6 with Strasburg versus Verlander. And honestly, this is going to be a tight game. I absolutely suspect this is going to end up going to the bullpen, and we'll see which one outshines the other in this series. Game 6, where you're definitely going to have the Game 6, and you're definitely going to be in Houston with Strasburg versus Verlander. I'm deeply fascinated to see how that goes, because Strasburg has been their top pitcher in this playoff October. Not just the series, but throughout October, Strasburg has been your guy in terms of pitchers. So for him to go into enemy territory, pitch against Verlander, who has been very solid but vulnerable, I could absolutely see them making this a 7-game series with Cole taking Game 5, Strasburg taking Game 6, and then you've got a winner-take-all Game 7 in which the road team has won every single game. And then when you've got yourself Sanchez versus Greinke for a rematch in Game 7, it just makes things exciting. It's a fascinating series, and I'm loving it to death. Hope you all are too. So, let me all know what you think about what I think in the comment section below. If you just happen to be coming across this video on YouTube, please hit like and subscribe. All your love and support is greatly appreciated. I thank you all for tuning in, and I would love to hear what you all think about how this World Series has transpired. Until then, have a great day. Enjoy Game 5 Sunday night, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.